Monday morning, and I'm sure you're definitely getting through it bit by bit. You're definitely going to be okay, all right? So keep on keeping on and do what you can do for yourself. Now, we just got, very, very awesome experience, about everything that you need to know when it comes to event and all of that. I mean, you've experienced the kids that are doing some very good stuff when it comes to cooking as well. And I love food. So when I see anybody cooking, I'm excited about it. So yeah, make sure you always watch Big Chef. Those of you who are very bad at cooking, I am, but really, I'm learning from the kids, so it's all good. All right, now let's turn our attention to some music and find out from one of Ghana's very own, very special vocalist who's been doing amazingly well for herself and what she's got. She's got a brand new one that we'll talk about as well. A lot of people are talking about it. Yesterday, I was going through social media and Twitter. The conversation is just beautiful. She's got a very distinct voice, and so people just get used to the voice and they get used to the personality. But she's here with me this morning here on the show. Elda, how are you doing?
Thank you. Why do you call me Elda?
You want me to add the other ones?
Oh, okay.
Anyway, there's something I like about your sense of fashion. You seem to be very, very cute in what you wear. What you wear always big. They're always fashionable, and you look very cute in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is not the first time I've seen you wear stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why?
It's my sense of fashion. It just comes from who I really love to be. It's like a perceived self. I know I want to be I want to see myself big. So because of that, I know I'm very small. I'm so I like to
stuff.
Yes, but I like to make a statement, that kind of thing. So every time I like to see myself but I have that look that I can flow between man and woman. So I like to inculcate that as a mixture, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And how does it help the brand itself?
I think it's going where people are kind of keen about what I wear. Like when I get there, hey, ask for Abiana dear, Abiana dear.
They're looking out for what is going to come out.
I'm kind of interested in what they are looking out for in the future. But it's
great. Now you seem to be very hardworking, and it's not just because you found yourself in music, but then you're first of your family, and so it looks like you always are there. How has that shaped your music career and your being as a person, coming from being a firstborn?
Being a firstborn has not been easy at all. Right from childhood, you're given a lot of responsibilities, and then people look up to you. So there are standards for you. If you make this, okay, they'll just shout at you. Don't you know your sister is going to follow? Don't you know that kind of thing? So it makes me be conscious of whatever I do. And I know very well that the benchmark is high. If I set it higher, the other ones are going to follow. So there's kind of that, I won't say it's a pressure, but it's a kind of a yardstick for me that propels me to do greater. So I think at every place where put me on the spot, Abiana wants to just make a mark. So I think it's just the training and who I am as a firstborn that just sets me aside from other people if they are called to do something.
And it runs through your music as well.
Exactly.
Do you sometimes look back, with all that you're doing, and then you look at it and you go okay, we have a lot of us as musicians. I am a firstborn. I want to put that firstborn into this as well and say the others can be behind me. Let me just be the firstborn I've always been.
Everyone strives for perfection. Everyone strives to be the best. So I wouldn't say I'm proudly saying that I want to be the first or anything, but who I am just pushes me to be the first in everything that I do. So it's even seen in everything that I do, music, everything. I make sure that my best is always out there.
Is that also a factor when it comes to you leaving where you were before? I mean, you've joined groups, you've joined bands and all of that. You've taken the opportunity to learn and then move on to be on yourself right now. Did that also play a role in that?
It did, definitely. It did. I the strive to be better. As I was with Afro Harmony, that was my first band. I used to back a lot of artists there. But there, I wasn't a lead vocalist. Okay. So as I went to high school band, I was the lead vocalist of the band. So I just strive to be perfect or strive to be better than where I was before. So in high school band, as I was the solo artist, like the solo lead vocalist over there. I was also looking at the artists, looking at all these female musicians come in, rehearse. I was looking at the treatments. I realized that, as I wrote my first song, Adunli, people listening to it, I realized I had a chance in the industry. So then the label saw me, they approached me, they were like, oh, would like to do this for you, this with you. Would you like to? I was like, it was a chance for me to put myself out there. It's another like stepping stone from where I was. So I just took that chance and then made it.
And it seems that you never look back. I mean, some of your performances, we're looking at it right now on the screens right now. And we're going to get into that. We're getting into some of the things that we have done. But let me find out, what's that one thing that you learned, whilst being in the band that is really affecting you positively now as you're on your own? Is
to learn my music. I mean, learn an instrument. And then be able to understand whatever I'm doing as a musician. If I play the song, I should be able to understand what each and every instrument is saying. I should know what kind of music that I want to put out, my sound, for instance, because I worked with the old people, and the old folks, their roots was high life. So as their roots was high life, I was learning that, yes, before anything, high life is Ghana, so why don't I inculcate high life in everything I do? So it's even showed in my first album, that Lemlilala, like it was densely high life, like based. Even though I did a lot of different stuff, kinds of music there, but high life was like the roots. And then me doing even Shika, my present one, you could see like the high life bass is even present in the Shika that I'm doing. So it has taught me to know my music very well. And then it even made me to learn the guitar, because I really wanted to write my own music. So to write my own music, you have to know how to play an instrument. So you can be able to maneuver your way throughout the music so that it doesn't sound boring. Because you have to add a bridge, you have to add this. And this is also in the olden stuff that we used to do, like Papa Yankson. If you listen to your songs, if you listen to Amanziba, you know that there are different changes, like at every point in every music. So the bridge will climax the song. So all these things, like there were lessons and education that I took from the band, and then now I'm putting it into myself as Abiana, in my music as Abiana music.
There's always been a problem with, I mean, you are fortunate, or not, probably you're privileged that you have been able to learn to play the guitar. Now, there's been issue about Ghanaian musicians, not just Ghanaian musicians, but musicians who are not able to learn the equipments that they use in their trade. Some have come under huge criticisms and all of that. Some don't even care. In your case, you think from where you sit, since you're able to play the guitar, you think that it's really a big deal, or it's not?
I would say it's a plus. I wouldn't say it's a big deal, it's a plus. If you don't have one, you must get a music director who understands this thing to be by you every time as a musician, because music is spiritual, but we must learn to add the physical to it. So anyone who has a learned lesson in music or anything is a plus for you. The person can even make what you're doing like bigger than what you are thinking you want to do. So I wouldn't say that it's a disadvantage. For me, it's a plus. But for them, they should work on finding people that understand music and know the rudiments of music, so they can add those people to them so that they can go forward.
Great. If you just joined us here on the show, Abiana is my guest here on the big interview, and we're getting to know her even more. And she's got a brand new one out there we're going to check out as well. You've seen some videos of her performances out there, and well, she is really one of the ladies that you probably would underestimate, but when she gets on the stage and she's doing her thing, it's a crazy life out there and all that. How do you prepare for, performances as these, that what we're watching right now?
So for me, before I even go on stage, I think the morning I need to get my heart beating, so you will see me skip it. Even in Swaziland, really? Oh serious, even in Swaziland I didn't get the time to go out and jog and everything. I have to get my heart like beating.
Seriously?
So you see me doing workouts, so that my heart should beat, so that when I get there, the body knows that amount of heart rate. So when I start jumping, we've done it before.
So you do that backstage? I do it
like morning. In the morning
of the
before I go on stage. As for me, if my rehearsal was good, and me myself, I'm satisfied with the rehearsals, nothing stops me. Yes, so it's I need a good rehearsal, I need a good exercise, that kind of thing before I get on stage. That excites me more before I get on stage.
So most times when you're doing your rehearsals, how is the feeling? Because you know it's just rehearsal. There's going to be the performance a bit. So how is the feeling like?
Every rehearsal is like a stage performance for me. I give 100% on rehearsals because I have to stretch the voice. So that when I go on stage, when I'm stretching it, it doesn't say, hey, I don't know this part. So I have to stretch the voice at rehearsals so that when I'm there, then when I get there too, I can do more because I cannot underperform. It's something that I don't know. It's just
Has it ever happened? I mean, after a show, you felt like, Abiana, well, you could have done better. Right?
Yeah, it has happened before. Like when you've had a very terrible rehearsal, it's like, we push through, that kind of thing where you go to the band and then they don't kind of know your song and you're trying, you have to make an effort. So it's not like next time, you know, it's like something that you used to advise yourself. You like, there are lessons. Yeah. So okay, next time we do it like this, we do. So of course there have been times that I've not had a good day at performances, but like I still push on. I think I take the lessons from there and make sure I don't repeat them. But me, my dreams, they haunt me if I don't get a good performance. I'll go there to sleep and I'll be crying and crying.
Oh, really?
It's something to me. So I always tell people around me that if I don't have a good performance, like if you do something that puts me off and I don't have a good performance, please, I beg, please don't do this. It really haunts me. I'll go to sleep and I'll be crying.
Wow. Some won't care, but I mean, that's you. But you love the live band performance. Would you choose live band over every other, you know, style of performance any day?
Of course, I will every day, because with a live band, there are different energies coming together to propel that same thing. So the basses, the drama. So as a musician, you're just trying to imbibe all these energies together. Because if the drama is slow, of course you're also going to be slow. Yeah. If the drama has the energy and the bass and everybody's enjoying it, we are all in sync and together, and then the music becomes like one beautiful thing, and everyone is just engulfed in what you're doing and they really love it, and it becomes something. So that's why you leave the show and you're like, oh, Abiana, your performance was good. It's not only me, it's me with everyone that I brought across.
What would you say was your best performance yet?
It's I think I enjoyed my performance at Swaziland. Okay. That was like middle, like pre-year, like in March. I went to Swaziland. I rehearsed with the band 1 week, and then we go on stage. I was just amazed at me, Abiana, my name selling out at a venue. Okay. Like in a foreign land where I knew nobody. Yeah. And then the whole place was filled to capacity, and I was like, wow. Yeah. And the people had the energy like this from the first start of my song. They were into the performance till the end, and I was going and they were like, Abiana, no, don't go. So I'm just looking forward for it. Okay, that's a new feeling, man. I mean, so really. It was a new thing, even though I've been performing to our people here. You know, our people here, they kind of, if they don't know you, they kind of look at you some way. And they'll be like, one sunni, one sunni, one sunni.
It happens at the conference center all the time.
It happens every time. So one sunni, one sunni. Yeah. But with, I don't know, the thing with foreigners, it's the same. I think we all have it. We all have it, because if a foreigner comes to this country,
them too as well.
I think it's just a thing.
Okay, so let's talk about your album. You know, how has it been? I know it's been a while now, but what has been the progress from that album up until where we are right now?
I launched my album in last year, November, 6th November. So Alablela is doing so well. People have received it good. I know people listen to it and people have their favorites up to now. So right from the album, and then this year from the tour of Swaziland, I just took some time, and then I signed off the label. After I signed off the label, I took some time to put myself together, and now I'm releasing Shika, which is like
so that's the new one on the label. That's
the new one on the new
label, right?
Yeah. Not on the new label. I'm an independent artist now.
Oh, really? What do you say you're an independent artist? Like you have a team that is working for you?
Yes, but I'm not signed under any label.
But you were on the label before?
Yes.
So you left the label?
Yes. The contract expired. And then,
after the album?
Yes, after.
And you didn't renew it? You're not interested in the label?
It's not like I wasn't interested. I won't push it further, but I would say like there were some what should I say? we just didn't come to a mutual agreement. Yes, we all want to be happy. If we're signing something, we all want to be happy.
So the money wasn't good.
It wasn't about money. When people say, well, it wasn't about money.
Good.
For me, it was related creatively and then business-wise. That's it.
Okay.
Creatively. Yes.
But it didn't end in a bad note where we have all these things and people come out and they say a lot of things about.
They did their best. The label did their best. They were great. So off the label and now being on your own, I know obviously, with the label there's support and everything. Doing it alone now, how is it? You see the reason why I released Shika? Yes, because like the money involved. It's not easy doing it all alone. You have to pull from different places. You have to see sponsors. You have to talk to them about your dream. You have to let them understand. They'll be like, okay, so we'll pull like this, we'll pull like this, we'll pull like this. It hasn't been easy. That's why I'm releasing Shika. It's not easy at all. For those who have been able to stand up till now, I say kudos to them. I really applaud them. I really applaud them.
But I mean, it's not as bad as a lot of people may imagine, because some people leave record labels and they wish them doom already. You know, in your case, I'm sure it's different because you're still thriving and you're still moving on. Let's talk about the new one. I mean, you've talked about the fact that it's money. Everybody needs money, and that's probably the motivation. But beyond that, what is it all about?
So it's all about no pain, no gain. Like, I've seen my struggle. I've seen the hard work I've put into my work. I've seen it. So if you don't struggle and then if you don't work smart to put yourself out there, it's not going to happen for you. So I'm like, no pain, no gain, Charlie. Because money is a factor. It's a big factor. It's very like, she can see a girl.
That line though.
That is serious. Like, so you as a man, you as a girl, you forget some money. You must work hard and then get some money and support yourself. Because I hear you can, you're a girl, you say, tough for me too, so you get it.
So okay. So sometimes I'm tempted to believe that most of creatives actually put works out there based on maybe, and this is not factual, maybe 70% somebody's issue and maybe 30% their own issue. The money part, the bedroom girl and bedroom boy, which of them forms your?
No. That was. I know what you're saying.
Which of them? They take your boyfriend.
No. So,
some guy take money, take your boyfriend before or something.
I don't know what kind of falasa. It's not like that. Like some of them are relatable. Like to me, but everyone struggles. Now, it's like it's issue there. Like me getting out of label from like this year, people have really seen a downturn in how the CD it's just depreciating. So things are hard. It's obvious. Everyone is saying so. It's just something. There's just the storyline, the melody that's will be relatable to everyone across board. So it's not necessarily, we musicians, we are just like a mirror. We're just reflecting things that are happening in the society. So it's just...
Talking about reflection, how do you see our current music industry, and where it is right now? I know the stories have been there. They've been all of a sort. I mean, people think it's going to get better. Others think it's not even going to get better in the first place. I mean, from where you're sitting, doing it alone and looking at the fact that we have individuals whose jobs are supposed to ensure you guys have better lives from what you're doing. How bad can it get?
I mean, KMG, like, it's getting better. I wouldn't say like it's retrogressing. It's getting better. I mean, people are.
But a lot of you have been saying, not to catch you, but a lot of you have been saying that it's getting better. It's getting better for the past 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Every musician says it's getting better. We don't see the better that it's getting.
They are telling you it's not getting. For me, I just started music like 2 or 3 years ago. So I've registered my works with GHAMRO, with everybody. So I mean, I'm yet to experience that. It has to take time. I've registered everywhere, so it has to take time. So I would say the structures are in place. I went through, I registered my song, I did everything. Okay. So the structures are in place. So if in 10 years I've not like collected anything, or I've said like things are not going well, then I can boldly say, but I just started, so let me just roll with the tide and see what's happening. When there's something wrong, I'll talk about it. But right now, I think it's too early for me to say anything because they've not done it to me. So I'll wait.
So you get your royalties from GHAMRO?
I registered with GHAMRO.
So you get money from there?
That's what I'm saying. It's been 3 years. So yes, so
they've not given you anything.
They've not given me anything. So I'm yet to inquire.
Your songs have been played, and it's been 3 years. They've not given you anything.
Yeah. So
I remember your album was. We had a whole review of your album on radio, and it had a good airplay. If you ask me,
we'll follow up. We'll follow up. When we follow up,
and you see, this is something that Richie and the like spoke about some 6-7 years ago, killing the game and all of those things, and all this keep saying that it's going to get better. And I want to find out, is it that you musicians are not angry enough?
I wouldn't. If you get angry and you talk so much about it, what is going to be done about it? I think
but this is your lives.
Yes, but I'm trying to say,
creatives,
we
your
can
everything.
talk until one person sues them. Because if the big stars, if they have a problem with them and they sue them, or they talk about it like boldly, I think it will happen. They have the influence and everything. So if these big ones in the game, the big S, if they talk about it and they sue them and things are done, I think it will get better. It will get better than that. I think the impact at which we are talking about the effects of they are not doing their work will get better. So the big dogs in the game, if they sue them, because they have the capacity to sue them, if they do that, me for instance, I'm very young, I don't have that money to sue. Yeah, so hang on. So if these big dogs sue them for not doing their work and stuff, I think when they look out for us, at least, which when we get there, we can also look out for the ones coming.
All right, so that's the voice of Abiana this morning here on the show. She is my guest in the studio. It's the big interview. Now she's got a new one, Shika, and she's explained why she put that song together. Now I've enjoyed the conversation on social media around it. Everybody's saying their own thing. People picking words from their own words from it, and having their own conversations around it. But those of you out there who have not seen the video, she always puts a lot when it comes to her videos. Energy, costume, everything. Now I want to check the video out. If you've not seen it, right here on the show. We'll come back with some more. Stay with us. There's a lot of things money actually, does. Sometimes you just need it. You just need it, especially in this situation where we see, one money going up and the other one coming down like that. But so far, what are some of the personal things people are telling you about, the reviews, reactions from this?
They are saying it's new. It's new. There's a new sound. What's up with me? I would say we are just at the beginning stage of my career. I'm still trying to find myself, but you get what I'm saying. But I don't want to depart far from the high life roots that I come from. So you would see it even in the sound. So they're just telling me all this, telling me I sound Nigerian. I'm like, yo, all this tree and the guy spoken in, you are telling me I sound Nigerian. I mean, it's a whole lot.
People are already on that tangent.
I'm like, it's Ghanaians. They like to criticize. It's their work, and it's just something that we.
It doesn't bother you that much, to worry about. For me, especially with the Nigerian part of it, the whole Ghanaian singing, people thinking she's sounding Nigerian.
Nigeria is the biggest country in Africa. So if they are the largest, if you say I'm sounding Nigerian, that means hopefully it might penetrate the Nigerian market and might do well. So maybe it's a plus, but still, imagine I'm speaking Tree, I'm speaking Guy and all that. So,
but are there plans to go to other African countries to promote this?
There are plans. I want to do an African tour. I want to do an African tour, maybe next year.
Next year, right? Oh, okay, great. Now the video, it must have cost you a fortune. The costume over there looks very expensive.
Oh my goodness! I don't even want to go there. It costs a lot. It costs a lot. People will think it's an easy thing. It's not. If you want to look your best, look at it in different way. I'm sure. I have an estimate more than maybe 8,000 to 9,000.
For the video?
For the costume alone. So you should.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's not easy.
That's a lot.
Yes. So it's not easy. I change clothes I think 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. And the director and every other person.
That money is different. Shika is different. It's different.
Hey, you're rich.
It's not about me being rich. We want the best.
I know.
The best.
I know. It makes sense.
I want critics to sit down and analyze it and know the much work that has gone into it. I came out of the label. The label set a big standard for me. So for me to come out on my own, I cannot go low. I can't go low. I must live up to maybe better than what they did or go higher, a bit higher than that. So I cannot just go low.
So where are we headed after this?
From here, I think there are more to come. I mean, I have some singles laid down before maybe I get an album out or something. So there are more to come.
Okay. All right. So she's gonna do something for us. I don't know which of the songs you're gonna do. Maybe you do Shika, and then I'll back you or something like that. I'm a very good backing vocalist. But if you're not busy in the studio, if you're not busy with your boyfriend, if you're not busy with your family, why? What do you do to relax?
For me, I like a lot of movies. I like thrillers. I just like the whole thrillers, movies. I'm that much of that kind of person, and I love to walk a lot. I walk a lot.
Okay.
I walk a lot. So it's just me. I don't do a lot of chilling though. I'm not like all the others that do chilling problem. I don't do that, but I like my me time. Me time, because a lot of times we are out in the world with a lot of people in our energies, but I love a lot of me time.
Okay. All right. Before we go though, the people we want to say thank you to, and we'll play the music, we'll all sing together. I love it.
Yeah, so before we go, yes, my song Shika is out and it's available on all digital platforms. Boomplay, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. And if you're watching me, I know you've not followed me, I'm looking at you. Go straight to Instagram, IG, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. And it's Abiana Music, Abiana. The music, MUSIC is together, so Abiana Music. Go out there and follow me, Charlie. I will not disappoint you. Just look up to me and then follow me and let's have fun. Thank you so much.
Thanks for making time and joining us here this morning. We appreciate you. And a beautiful song. We love it. We're going to push it as well. And of course, we're always going to be here,
Thank you so much.
Make the magic happen. All right. So, all right. So, folks, we're going to take a song. Maybe I might just want to wrap up as well. And I'd like to say a big thank you to you for watching today's episode. And, we're definitely coming back tomorrow. Rosalind Felix, was here with me as always.